Hello, and welcome back once again to Belmont Bunch. Today, talking about the Islanders' fourth loss in a row. Let's get into it. The Isles outshoot the Flyers 28-17 and still find a way to lose. I think we talked about in one of the recent recaps how the Islanders have to work extremely difficult, go to extremely difficult lengths, work extremely hard to get their goals, but they give up goals at the drop of a hat recently. And it's not from the goaltending, and it's not specifically from the blue liners. It's sometimes the forwards who aren't getting back. As on the second goal, which was scored by Hayes, it's a backdoor that's not covered by Komarov. Why is Komarov still playing? First goal was very similar, so Varley has no shot at those. They're both tap-ins on, guys defensively falling asleep. Mayfield on the first one, and Barzal to an extent on the first one as well. Mayfield had a terrible first period, and so did the Islanders in general. I was going to say the fourth line, but I won't single them out, only because everybody was terrible. The Isles come out in the second playing really, really well. Adam Pelech gets into rover mode, goes down behind the net, finds Eberle in front. Eberle one-times it in. On this play, Leo Komarov skated to the front of the net and fell down and distracted Carter Hart, because that's the only explanation I can give to something Leo did being positive. Second goal, Scott Mayfield gets a lane after a nice shift from the first line, and he zips it home. We did a few line changes in this game. A few of them look like maybe they should stick. Bailey up at the top line with Barzal and Lee looked pretty good. And the third line, hey, look, the kids are okay. And maybe we should continue with that. And the good thing is I think we will, based on their performance. They're getting more acquainted with the system. And I don't know, I'm pretty excited about Wahlstrom. He looks like he's getting it. And also Pajot is finally looking, like he's got some support. But all for naught, as in the third period, the Islanders outshoot Philly 11-4. In the second period, it was 10-4. The Isles took over the last 40 minutes of this game, and they still can't get it done because our offense is still anemic, even at its best. So I saw in one of the comments of the last video that they were saying that, Lou and Barry are dinosaurs and that this system doesn't work anymore. And I don't fully believe that yet. I do think that this system is being hindered by age, and the fourth line specifically, because the fourth line has lost most of its effectiveness, and I think that is a big part of the Barry Trotz system, is having that fourth line kind of grind the other team down, but they don't do that anymore. The physicality hasn't been there as it was in years past, so I think that's a big foundational rot on the Trotz system, and it's not something that Trotz can really do much about at the moment, other than maybe get Ross on the fourth line. Anyway, so like I was saying, maybe have Ross play in either Clutterbuck or Martin's spot for a little bit, maybe a game or two. I don't know. Somebody with a little less wear and tear on them. Matt Martin played his 700th game last night, and for grinders, that takes it takes a toll, their game style. So the good news that I ranted about in the last video, accountability, appears to finally be a thing. After the game, I was going to say Art Staples said, but he doesn't have control over this. Art Staples reported that, Andy Graziano in this case reported that Barry Trotz said there were some horrible decisions from some of the veterans. And of course, my first thought was, what other veterans than Leo? But I'm pretty sure it was just like, yeah, it's Leo, but I can't, single him out. So Thank God. Hopefully that means Leo, he's watching from the rafters, or he's sent down to Bridgeport. I would adore that. I think there has to be a signal sent to the team that good effort, but it needs to be not just this, because it was only 40 minutes and you have to play a 60-minute game, but it needs to be even better than this and consistently. It can't occasionally be as good as 40 minutes of this. So I think part of that is figuring out this top six, that final sixth spot. I think maybe Pajot, because Brock isn't playing well, maybe Pajot should center the second line, move Bailey down to the third. Oh, well, Bailey worked on the first, but I don't know. That third line center spot, at the moment, maybe you call up Cole Bardreau. I don't know. He worked a little bit last year. Anyway, our power play was horrible and looks to have regressed from the last time I spoke, where I said it was cautiously optimistic. And the goaltending is still not the issue, even though Varley got a little bit lost on the final goal. But what it required to get to him was a Brock Nelson offensive zone giveaway. And then the Isles in Dobson and Bailey to have a miscommunication over who to stay with when Lawton zigged and zagged. And so it sucks. I don't think that's all on Dobson. I think that's a communication error that Bailey is equally, a part of. And the team is still kind of in shambles because we didn't gain a single point on any team because every game in our division went to OT yesterday. So no gains whatsoever. And it's still kind of dire straits for the Isles. They must win tonight against the Flyers, and who knows who's going to be in goal yet. And I anticipate seeing Dal Cole in the top six, getting a shot for Komarov. And that's about it. That's the video, and we'll see you next time, hopefully later tonight, and in a better mood. That's it. Bye.